Top picks 2024 when it comes to the indices. Guys, welcome back to the LiteFinance Global YouTube channel. It's my pleasure to be with you again. So let's have a look what I've prepared for you. Fantastic opportunity for all LiteFinance clients. New Year gifts from LiteFinance are waiting for the winners. 5 stages. The first one ending 22nd of January, and we are talking about the iPhone 15 Pro Max 1TB. Second stage January 24th, iPad Pro. The third stage ending January 26th, MacBook Pro 16. Fourth stage ending January 29th, 50 prices of 50 each. And fifth stage ending January 31st, 50 prices of $10 each. More details you will find in the link you can find below. First thing first, as usual, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and leave your comments below. What do you think? What's going to drive the market in 2024, and where we are going to see indices? Well, before I'm going to share my picks, let's have a look from the macro perspective. Well, inflation and interest rates are gonna be the key. We've heard, and there are market expectations, we are going to see lower inflation, meaning that some central banks are going to start to cut the rates, especially we are talking here about the Fed. With only inflation and interest rates discussion, that would be easier to navigate the market, but of course in 2024 we are going to have much more than that. We are going to see 2 billion people worldwide voting, right? We have the US presidential election, we have general election in UK, just to mention those two. Of course, other tensions like we have 2 wars. So all of that we have to take into the consideration while trying to navigate the market, trying to be above. Of course, from the single stocks perspective is going to be much easier, and today, as I mentioned, I have top picks when it comes to the indices, so that's gonna be a little bit challenging. But anyway, without the further ado, let's jump straight and check what we have when it comes to the charts. I truly believe that 2024 is gonna be a challenging year, but because of the worldwide elections, of course, the politicians and central bankers are going to try to ensure or giving us the illusion that everything is fine. Anyway, I've got 2 picks for you, one with the negative scenario and second with the positive scenario. And well, because it's going to be challenging, it's gonna be tough, I've been trying to think a very easy way, so we are going to talk from the technical perspective. First is FTSE 100, the old good one, which is behaving not that good lately, alright? So my first pick is trying to short FTSE. And how I'm going to approach that one? Well, we are already within the very nice level to try to start to think about how can I try to short it. The risk-reward ratio here is going to be in the favor of the sellers, to be honest with you, and well, because of what I have on this chart, and if I'm correct, I would start to think about some kind of the solution when it comes to the short from around the yearly open. We are talking about the levels close to 7,700 40.50, right, and up to all-time high. Okay, maybe some kind of the fake. So this is the selling level, or there are selling levels zone I'm looking at, and I'm going to target two levels here, all right, because of this possible swing low. I have to mention it's a monthly chart, so have to be careful, have to be patient trying to do that. Okay, so that's the level I'm thinking about. Okay, and we are talking about somewhere close to 6,800, right? And then we have here the consolidation, untested consolidation related to the swing low to the left. In that case, second target is somewhere around 5,900, 5,800. So as you can see, taking into the consideration the levels and the distance between the entry and the stop above, it could, based on the weekly close above or two consecutive daily close above your stop, but the targets are pretty nice based on this monthly chart. Briefly, let's have a look what we have when it comes to the weekly chart here. Okay, and as you can see, after we hit new all-time high, a little bit of the rejection, fulfill the supply, it's gonna be, that's why my zone, it's gonna be, in my opinion, might looks like this. Okay, so that's how I see FTSE on the short side. Let's move further. And the second one, this time from the positive perspective, is Nasdaq. All right, but if I'm correct with FTSE, meaning that we are going to see globally some kind of the pullback, a little bit of the correction, maybe a little bit deeper. That's why I think being a patient here is gonna be the key. Why? Because here we are hitting all-time high with the monthly close above the previous high. That's very positive. And also we are building lower shadow from the very beginning. The important thing where we are going to get the close at the end of the January, right? Now, this level of the consolidation hasn't been tested. The 50% and the bottom hasn't been tested, right? This is the swing low, this is the 50%. But if we are going to pull back here, meaning that we got back below the high of the previous high, all right? That might be negative. That's why I'm taking into the consideration from this monthly chart perspective, this consolidation, and as you can see here, 50%, it's somewhere close to the psychological level of 12,000 and 11,900. That's what I'm looking for. And if we are going to see this type of the price action and we are going somehow hit that level, today someone may say, well, crazy guy, maybe, but if we are going to see that pullback, that's gonna be my entry, because especially if it's going to happen within the first 2 quarters of 2024, because then, as I mentioned, we have the US election and we might see some kind of the rally. This type of the scenario might happen if the first quarter, second quarter, when it comes to the inflation, interest rates, it's not gonna be fulfilled, especially taking into the consideration what many analysts think that Fed will start to cut as early as March. If that's not going to materialize, of course, market is going to try to be ahead, and this kind of the price action could be in place. Let's switch lower a bit to the weekly chart. And here, well, as you can see, it looks a little bit different. This week, next week is gonna be very, very important. Why? Because we've seen the pullback from the weekly chart perspective into that consolidation from we went lower. We took out this, we retest something around 50%, and we are trying to rise. But if we are going to leave upper shadow here, we might start to move my way, meaning that also the FTSE is going to be correct call. With that being said, as usual, guys, please do your own research. Hopefully it was sweet and short. Well, wish you a great next trading session. See you around, take care, and goodbye.